this will bring the interdependency between the continent, between the country, and also the business people. The day we will have a Rwandan businessman will have interest in South Africa, or South African business will have interest in Angola and vice versa, that day the union will come naturally. It will only come through that. I remember when African Union, they changed the name, and everybody was happy, and it was actually the former Mali president who became the first chair. I was discussing with some business friend, and I told them the African Union will only come when we have the economic union. The political union is one thing, but the economic union is the cement. And thank God today that our leaders are understanding this, because it was here in Rwanda in 2016. I have a discussion with another colleague from Ghana, was talking about how to engage our government into the development of this continent and the development of local businesses. And then the idea of Afro Champion, we was discussing, I told my colleague, you don't need to convince me. I'm living this every day. Every 42 hours, I'm in a different country. So my suggestion to you, if you're ready, let's start it tomorrow. 2 weeks after, I chartered a jet, a private plane. We went to see a couple of presidents to engage them about the fact that we need to strengthen local businesses. We need to create champions in order to develop our economy, in order to resolve the youth employment. And most of the head of state we met, that was open. And then we engaged, at that time, one president who sent a letter to all the other presidents introducing this Afro-Champion concept. And then after we went to African Union. So it's been almost 2 years that we was fighting for that, and then we engage also business community. We tell business community, you know what? What's going on? In Africa, we have a problem. Anytime a local business get a contract, everybody shout out, we go to the media, do bad press. But if it's a foreign company who make a big contract, nobody talk. So we need to be unified. There's enough to do if we come together. So this 18 months, we've been talking, engaging business people from small, medium to top, because we went from startup to Dangote, to make them understand that we need to come together. And to move forward this continent, we need to create wealth through local entrepreneurship. If we create wealth here, we can develop a lot of things. All that we're talking about, creating hotel, creating hospital. And I said that to a president while he was touring. I was very hard on him. I said, Mr. President, let me tell you, you was saying earlier that we need more African business to invest in Africa. I said, the only way you can do that is to create avenue for more African business to get business. Because I give you an example. In your own country, you give a contract to a foreign company that I will not mention here. You give a contract, that contract, the foreign investors say that you're going to invest 500 million for 20 years. Okay? And what you don't know, Mr. President, this foreign investor, after you signed this contract, he went to local bank and collect 138 million euro. So that money is our deposit that we have with local bank. Use that money, and you call it phase 1 of his project. And let me tell you, Mr. President, this business is doing today $80 million profit every year. So if you take 20 years of this concession, it will be almost $2 billion. The money comes from Africa, the business comes from Africa. So, Mr. President, there was two choices for you. Either this guy, this gentleman, is foreign businessman, because we have to be open also. He can come with the technology, the know-how. You should impose that local businesses, because the capital of paid capital is no more than $5 million. How many people could put $5 million to be co-investor? Because the rest was debt. So the $80 million that if you multiply by 20 years will be almost $2 billion. So this money, at least half of it will remain here. So this half of it could be the investment that you need in the hotel, that you need in the hospital. So it's just up to you, Mr. President. He didn't get it that way. And sometimes I say to people that our leaders, even though they have the willing, sometimes they don't understand. Because most of our political leaders are coming from different backgrounds. They never did, they have political fights, you know, they're from opposition, they become president, and once they are president, there are things that they don't know. So it takes some time, good advice from business community for them to understand what's going on. Because what people say about leadership in Africa, today I don't see a president who don't want to develop his continent, his country. For one single reason, because most of them are elected to deliver solution to the people. So any person that bring them solution, they will go with you. But the problem is sometimes the reach that people have to them and the understanding. So coming back to Afro Champion, that's what we try to do, to educate, to make them understand. And today, we are happy because we're going to sign now this agreement between African Union and Afro Champion to deliver, to keep on doing this job. Because we need to engage the African continent. We need to engage the youth. And today we have tools. We have social media, we have all kinds of media to promote. People have to see that they have benefit. They will benefit